Everybody loves the sound of finger picking, and that's the topic for today's top 5 video, top 5 tips for becoming a better finger picker, or maybe you're just starting off with finger picking. This is the video you need. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a short version. To see the full version, check out my website, Songbike, where you can become a member and see tons of great videos for just pennies per day. All right, let's get down to it. Let's talk about hand position and the orientation of your fingers. First, I want you to imagine that you're pouring a pitcher of water into your lap. You want a little tilt to your wrist before we start. Now, extend your thumb so it's parallel to the strings. Your fingers should be plucking up into your palm, plucking up as if they're going up towards your shoulder. Okay? What you want to avoid is having all your fingers parallel to the strings, and then you get this weird kind of collapsing motion where all the fingertips are coming in at each other. So tilt that wrist, extend that thumb, fingertips going up like this. Okay? Now, your thumb is going to be responsible for the 3 bass strings. At least that's a good way to get started. I'm figuring an E minor chord here, by the way. Your thumb is in charge of those 3 strings. Your index is in charge of the 3rd skinny string, the G string. Middle finger on the 2nd B string. Ring finger on the 1st E string. Okay, so thumb, 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 index, middle, ring. That's a conventional way to begin finger picking, with those fingers oriented that way. Now, in general, I don't advise people to rest their pinky on the guitar itself. I had that bad habit as a beginning guitar player. I would grind the pinky into the wood as I was playing, and it just got me stressed out. So I don't recommend it. Now, having said that, you will see professional guitar players resting their fingertips on there. I guarantee you they're doing it very lightly, and it's sort of to keep their hand anchored on the guitar. If it's a habit that you just can't break, then keep your fingertip very, very lightly pressing against the guitar, okay? No real pressure. And if you do feel yourself grinding that fingertip into the top of the guitar, time to curl that pinky up and just get it out of the way. Nothing wrong with having that finger out of the way altogether, okay? No need to extend that pinky. Okay, let's move on. My next tip involves pattern picking with a metronome or a metronome app on your phone. Pattern picking is how most of us learn finger picking. You take a repetitive pattern with one hand, you change chords with the other hand, and it sounds great. And some of the most famous finger picking songs use pattern picking. So, what we're going to talk about now involves a simple E minor chord, a simple 4-stroke pattern with my right hand, and I'm going to have my metronome set at 108 beats per minute. The pattern is going to be like this: thumb on the 6th string, index on the 3rd, middle on the 2nd, ring on the 1st. A nice 4-stroke pattern. Got my metronome set at 108 beats per minute, nice steady sound, and I'm going to play along with the metronome 1 note per click. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not too glamorous, right? But among the many advantages to working with a metronome are you teach yourself a nice steady beat, which you definitely need for finger picking. You also can monitor your progress. Let's say you're working on a specific pattern and you can do it at 108 or 72 or whatever the case may be. You can crank it up a notch and see how you do as you go faster and faster. Okay, it's a way to monitor how you're doing on the guitar. So pattern picking with a metronome. You're going to learn lots of patterns. Remember I told you I was going to put out a video on the 5 most common finger picking patterns? Got that video coming your way pretty soon. By doing them slowly with a metronome, really mastering it, and then cranking it up 1 notch at a time, you'd be surprised how good they start to feel and how great they sound. Pattern picking with a metronome. All right, moving on. Okay, YouTubers, I know you want more tips, so check out the full video at my website down there, Songbike, and stay tuned because soon I'll be putting out a video on the top 5 finger picking patterns. You're going to want to see that one too. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate it.